Hello everyone and welcome to my The Young and the Restless Soapy Stories channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. YNR Spoilers Week Shocker. Damian's final hours expose Aristotle Dumas' shocking truth. Victor's guilt comes too late. Next week on The Young and the Restless, Genoa City becomes the stage for a dark unraveling of lies, betrayal, and long-buried truths as Damian makes a deathbed confession that rocks Victor Newman and the entire city to the core. For weeks now, whispers about Aristotle Dumas have grown louder. His name, once barely a rumor uttered behind closed boardroom doors, is now tangled in every major move in Genoa City's business and personal drama. Mysterious corporate deals, sudden shifts in power, and unpredictable alliances have all bore Dumas' mark. But no one, not Victor, not Nikki, not even the ever-calculating Tucker, knows exactly who Dumas is, or what he really wants. That all changes when Damian, severely wounded and bleeding out in a hidden hospital suite after a mysterious attack, demands one final visitor, Victor Newman. The week begins with chaos. Damian, who had been missing for nearly 48 hours, is found by chance and Nate in an abandoned warehouse just outside city limits. He's barely conscious, and the scene is gruesome, signs of a brutal struggle, broken glass, blood, and strange markings on the floor that resemble symbols used in encrypted communications. Victor, watching from afar as paramedics rush Damian to the hospital, knows something monumental is coming. And he's right. At Memorial Hospital, Damian wakes just long enough to whisper a single name to Nate. Victor. Everyone else is pushed out. The room is sealed. And then, in an emotionally staggering 45-minute conversation that becomes the heart of the week's story arc, Damian tells the truth. All of it. The secret behind Aristotle Dumas is nothing short of jaw-dropping. According to Damian, Aristotle Dumas is not just a man, he is a system, a legacy, and a weapon. A codename born out of a post-Cold War intelligence program, Dumas was first used as a ghost identity for a deep-cover agent embedded in Eastern European financial institutions. That agent, the original Aristotle Dumas, faked his death in 2003 and has since operated globally under various aliases, manipulating markets, stealing intellectual property, and eliminating whistleblowers under the radar. Damian was recruited by Dumas as a scribe, a handler, a liaison, and eventually a liability. Damian confesses that he was brought into the Dumas network when he was just 22, dazzled by promises of wealth, power, and untouchability. Over the years, he helped Dumas forge identities, bury evidence, and blackmail CEOs across the globe. He admits to laundering millions through shell corporations, two of which were connected to Genoa City's financial web. He admits to using Claire, Nate, and even Lily without their knowledge to move information and access encrypted files. But then, Damian did the one thing Dumas could not forgive. He grew a conscience. After forming a real connection with Lily, something that wasn't supposed to happen, he began to pull away. He refused an assignment in Brussels. He leaked documents to a journalist who vanished days later. He thought he could run. He was wrong. Damian, with trembling hands and a fading voice, tells Victor, Dumas is in Genoa City now. You've welcomed him, protected him, let him into your inner circle, and you don't even know it. Victor's eyes narrow. The fire in his chest builds. Who is he? Victor demands. Damian pauses, coughing violently, blood staining his lips. He reaches into his coat pocket and hands Victor a data card, scorched at one end but still intact. It's all there, Damian whispers. Names, accounts, videos. Dumas, his real name, is in that file. And then, with a faint smile and tears in his eyes, Damian adds, I thought I could fix it. But all I did was make it worse. Tell her I tried. He dies seconds later, flatlining as alarms scream around Victor. But the silence that follows is even louder. Victor doesn't speak for nearly a full minute. And then, in a rare, vulnerable moment, he murmurs to himself, I should have listened. I should have seen it. Damn it, Damian. He walks out of the room, a changed man. The fallout begins immediately. Victor, reeling from Damian's death and the contents of the data card, retreats to the Newman ranch and locks himself away. Michael Baldwin and Adam are summoned. What they find on the data card confirms Damian's story: multiple coded names tied to Genoa City figures, offshore bank accounts, even surveillance footage of meetings in Chancellor Park and private corners of society. There is a document labeled Phase 5, Final Infiltration, Newman Enterprises. Victor realizes, with horror, that Dumas is already embedded within Newman. Someone in his own camp, maybe even someone he's mentored, is the mole. Meanwhile, Lily is shattered by the news of Damian's death. She refuses to believe he was part of something so dark. But when Victor brings her the message Damian left, a letter, handwritten and sealed in a hidden pocket of his jacket, she breaks. The letter confirms everything. "I was never supposed to love anyone," Damian wrote, "but you changed that. I just wish I had been strong enough to protect you." Claire, still recovering from being falsely accused of Damian's murder weeks earlier, finds herself at the center of attention again. She had warned others about Damian's duality, but was dismissed as unstable. Now, people begin to wonder if she knew more than she let on. Victoria defends her daughter fiercely, while Nikki grows suspicious again. Elsewhere, Tucker McCall senses an opportunity. With Victor distracted, the Newman board divided, and Chancellor Winters facing scrutiny, Tucker begins making quiet moves, hiring a new head of security, merging with a London subsidiary rumored to have ties to Dumas' financial shell networks. Is he trying to take Dumas down or replace him? Nick confronts Victor, demanding answers. Who is Dumas to you? How far does this go? Victor, for once, has no answers, only guilt. He begins to suspect that Dumas has been manipulating him for years. That every strategic leak, every personal breakdown within the Newman family, was orchestrated from the shadows. "He played me," Victor says to Nikki, "and I let him." The week ends with an explosive cliffhanger. Phyllis, ever nosy, discovers a hidden folder within the Dumas data card marked Echo Sierra. Inside is a video clip, a private meeting between Dumas and someone unrecognizable until the voice becomes clear. It's someone in Genoa City right now. Someone we trust. The clip ends with Dumas saying, "After Victor, we move on to the next one. No mercy. No survivors." Phyllis gasps. Her hand trembles. She whispers, "Oh my God, it's him." Cut to black. Fire next week on YNR. Victor goes on a vengeance mission. Guilt turns to fury as Victor plots his next move. He plans to flush Dumas out, with bait no one expects. Lily's public breakdown. She gives an emotional on-air statement about Damian, but someone releases her private messages with him. Claire and Victoria bond and suspect Dumas' next move. Their mother-daughter dynamic becomes central as they realize the real danger is still in the room.